Witness statement by Ella Draper from 21st of March 2015. I, Ella Draper, mother of Alisa Gariva Diamond, age 9, and Gabriel Gariv Diamond, age 8, hereby give this witness statement under the Criminal Law Act 1967 in the public interests in matters of great public importance to expose serious crimes of satanic ritual abuse, including rape, sodomy, murder, and cannibalism committed against infants and children in churches and primary schools in the UK. I'm a graduate in MA History of Art at Moscow State University. I have an older son from a previous marriage, James, who has a good relationship with his dad, Abraham, my younger children, and myself. Alice and Gabriel have made allegations of rape and sodomy against their dad, Ricky Diamond, age 46, from whom I am separated since 2007 due to his serious domestic violence and assault on my life. I have been living with my partner Abraham Christie since June 2014, who is comparatively much more loving and understanding towards the children than their dad. To my understanding, the father had no contacts with the children apart from 3 times in June-July 2014, until they informed me that their dad rapes and sodomizes them at the school with plastic willies daily, and witnesses other teachers and head teachers to do the same to them during school times. After they made allegations against their dad, teachers, police, social workers, they were kidnapped and forced into foster care against my wishes, without any credible evidence of harm by me or Abraham against them, or any court order after a proper due process in law. Alice and Gabriel have been interviewed by Abraham and me on many occasions in August 2014, giving full details of rapes, sodomy, murders, cannibalism, and satanic rituals at the Christchurch primary school. The individuals involved: Reverend Paul Conrad at Christchurch, head teacher Mrs. Katie Forsdyke, teachers Mr. Hollings, Mr. Ridges, Miss Esser, Miss Carn, Miss Marden, Miss Fenoni, Miss Shale, Miss Shaw, Mrs. Battle, Miss Clover, Mr. Williams, Mr. Burnett, Mr. Polidano, Miss Wilmer, Miss Kirby, and all the rest. Administration staff: Miss Stokes, Miss Connock, Miss Kate Unwin. Delivery and canteen staff at the Christchurch Primary School and the Christchurch itself: Mr. Aaron Morris and all the rest. Teachers who left the school to other schools to spread the cult but still come to the Satanist parties includes Miss Rees, Miss Surgeon, moved to Brighton, Miss Clay, works for New French School in London, Miss May, moved to St. Margaret, Miss Koch, moved to Hampstead Parochial as a teacher assistant, Miss Ashton, children claim that she lives in the tall building next to the school, floor before the top one. Teachers from other schools: Mr. Hint from Hampstead Parochial, Mr. Phonics from New End School, Mr. Fritz, Mrs. Fritz had from Fijian's primary school. 20 special families and their children include Mr. Helaker and Mrs. Tweed, their daughter Sophie, Mr. Cowell, Jackie Warren, and their daughter Millie Cowell, and 2 siblings, Nicole Geretta, Brett Fairhead, their son Max Fairhead, Sam Gunasekera, Andrew Harrison, their daughter Calypso Harrison, Takanefanutsu, Stephen Barbaglia, their son Kai Barbaglia, Maria Sona, and the children Daniel and Raphael Yilmaz, Rebecca Denton and Adrian Weinbrecht, their son Remy Weinbrecht, Nadia and Gideon Lieberman, their sons Remy and Spike Lieberman, Josie Kirby, Elliot Ireland, children Amina, Leon, Max Ireland, Vanessa Fitzpatrick and George Fitzpatrick, their son Clark and sister Lindsay Fitzpatrick, Duke and Lydia Noronha, their son Courtney Noronha, Karen and David Harris, their daughter Katie Harris, Nimet Goldman, Artyom Lamanov, their son Luka Lamanov, Yapa Saji Chamara and their son Ryan Chamara, Galina and Mark Upson, their son James Upson, Sunita and Tom Baines, their son Sebastian Baines, Fiona and James Singleton, their daughter Annie Singleton, Sophie and Alan Palling, their daughter Eliza Palling, Jill and Michael Waring, their son Ethan Waring, Kelly and Justin Darby, their daughter Eloise Darby, and the younger daughter Lily. Ella Louise now moved to Fitzjohn's Primary School. Bianca and Bore Wessel, their daughter Emily Wessel, Michaela and Daniel Jenkinson Chamberlain, their daughter Augusta Jenkinson Chamberlain, Aaron and Sagit Gavish, their daughter Mia Gavish, Sophie and Neville Dix, their daughters Georgia and Violet Dix, Martin and Julie Jones, their son Jack Jones, Heidi and Charlie Gandhi, and the son Johannes and Massimo Gandhi, Agnieszka Goldsmith, Peter Goldsmith, their daughter Natasha Goldsmith, Claire Winder and Mark Hull, their daughter Georgiana Hull, Tracy Sassover, Ethan Sassover, their daughter Hannah Sassover, Sheena Tressida, Alistair Tressida, and their daughter Poppy Tressida, Yuvraj Desai's parents, Alexandra Beaumont and Daniela Lewis, and their son Alex B. also moved to Fitzjohn's Primary School, Alexander Chan, Cecilia Andrew, and their son Alex C. Also social worker Richard Dancy, Mr. Damon's family members, Linda Williams, his mother, his sister Lisa Damon, her husband David, children Katie and Max, Mr. Damon's brother Wayne Damon, his wife Mary, children Amelia and Alex. The children have stated that the sacrifices are performed in the church building. I believe the children, when they describe how infants are frequently delivered to school, they are raped, tortured, injected in the neck, and their necks are cut with a sharp knife held by them, with their dad's hands over the top. I believe my children when they say that the infant's neck is cut and the infant body is turned upside down to collect the blood into a bowl. The blood is poured into a silver goblet and drunk by their dad, then passed to them. They're vegans, by the way, and then passed to the rest of the children and staff. The infants are being disemboweled. The infant's body is then cooked in the cooker and eaten by the children of 20 special families, Mr. Damon, teachers, parents, for lunch. The children describe how their dad sometimes eats infants twice a day. From the names and details provided, I have no doubts that both my children are telling the truth about the rapes, sodomy, murders, and cannibalism at the Christ Church in Hampstead Square, London NW3 1AB, at Christchurch Primary School and at least 7 other primary schools nearby. I also believe that my children have suffered nightmares, physical, psychological, and mental torture by many public servants involved in the trafficking of infants into the UK for human sacrifice and organ harvesting. I believe my children are telling the truth when they describe that their father is the leader of a satanic cult which traffics infants from all over the world. I also believe that many parents have foster children and abuse the children at the school as part of a satanic cult. I believe this cult has been going on for many decades. I also believe that public servants are doing their utmost to conceal the crimes for fear of losing jobs and lucrative incomes. I am very disappointed that the police have failed to do any investigation into the rapes and sodomy by their dad, teachers and head teachers, and other public servants, as well as private individuals, despite forensic medical evidence that their allegations are true. I believe that Abraham had conducted excellent interviews with the children to encourage them to talk about their painful experiences, so as to put a stop to these crimes against infants and children by public officials and other individuals when compared to the police interviews. I believe that the police were involved in a cover-up. The police interviewed the children without my presence, refusing me the opportunity to be there, while the police kept them up quite late and did not allow the children to give names of the parents and teachers raping the children or the names of the children who were raped. I wish to rely on the video interviews of the children by Abraham, which were confirmed in the police interviews on 5th and 11th of September 2014. The police interview, dated 17th of September 2014, is not reliable because it took place after the children were taken to the care, unaccompanied by me, in secret, after the incriminating evidence of the plastic willies, the skulls and other evidences were destroyed. In February 2015, there was a skip outside the church with a renovation to tamper with the incriminating evidence of the rapes and murders and satanic rituals. I do not agree with the medical report that Abraham caused Gabriel's ear to bleed after hitting him. It was in fact his dad, Mr. Damon, who did that. Children confirmed this fact. I believe the 9 police officers who came to my home on 10th February 2015 were from the same satanic cult of which Mr. Damon is the cult leader, so as to kidnap me to silence me. I give this witness statement on video and on paper because I was driven out of the UK under threat of kidnap or worse. I seek the urgent return of my children to my care, for which I have a care order in my favour. I seek assistance of the various British and Russian authorities and embassies in the repatriation of my children to Russia to live with me and my parents. I seek court or protection for the witnesses from kidnapping by Mr. Damon's cult members and his agents. I seek the arrest and prosecution of all who perverted the course of justice, including Judge Powley for treason. I seek the shutting down of both Barnet and Camden councils for the active participation and cover-up of satanic rituals in their schools, nurseries, churches, leisure centres, office buildings, involving hundreds of their staff and agents, including police. Pursuant to the Geneva Convention from 1930 a number of corporate governments, such as the United Kingdom, and therefore all companies, corporations registered thereunder, above named, are operating illegally to their bankruptcy and insolvency, including employees and agents. This is evidenced by the Gold Standard Act Amendment Bill 227 from 21st of March 1931, suspended, and the subsequent Uniform Commercial Code, UCC International Law. See www.law.cornell.edu/UCC. This is a final notice of acceptance for the remedies sought in paragraphs 18 to 22, above failing which this is a notice of dishonor in the commercial lien under Uniform Commercial Code, Code Notice of Dishonor, UCC 3-503, UCC 3-504, and UCC 3-505, without prejudice, UCC 1-308, in the sum of £732 billion budget for 2014. See www.icj2.webs.com/lien for the dishonor to the UK public in the embezzlement of public money, which becomes sevenfold in accordance with biblical law if the dishonor continues after 30 days. Leviticus 26 verses 28 and Proverbs 6 verses 30 to 31. And I make this solemn declaration consciously believing the same to be true, and by virtue of the provisions of the Statutory Declarations Act from 1835. Ella Draper declared this on 21st of March 2015.